Welcome back to my channel. I'm back here with another Raw and Smackdown review. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get to it. We will open up Raw with Becky Lynch being pissed off that AJ Lee was at Raw. AJ will interrupt, saying how she wasn't actually here for Becky, that she was here for Maxine because she had a match. AJ Lee will get an Intercontinental Championship match at Elimination Chamber. Let me know what you think of this feud so far, and do you think this still has another match at WrestleMania? Next, we will have the Usos retain their World Tag Team Championships versus Alpha Academy. I actually think this match was a pretty great match. I like how Akira Tozawa showed out for this match. Respect to Alpha Academy. Let me know what you thought of this match and you think of the Usos title run so far. Next, we will have Dominic Mysterio get some flowers for Liv Morgan, and then they would be interrupted by Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie would come out speaking Spanish. Liv didn't understand, so Dominic would take over and speak Spanish back. It was pretty funny. And then Dominic would get slapped by Stephanie. What's up with people just slapping Dom? Let me know what you thought of this segment. And do you think Liv Morgan is facing Stephanie at WrestleMania? Next, we will have Rhea Ripley versus Lyra Valkyria versus Ivy Nile to see who will qualify for the Elimination Chamber. I thought that this match was so obvious. Everybody knew that Rhea was going to win. Still wasn't a bad match. I still think it was pretty good. Let me know what you thought of this match. Michael Cole was supposed to have an interview with CM Punk, which would get interrupted before CM Punk would even come out. Finn Balor would come out and say how he wants a World Heavyweight Championship match. Adam Pearce would come out and say absolutely not, he's not getting a match. CM Punk would think otherwise. At Elimination Chamber is going to be a World Heavyweight Championship match. Let me know if you think Finn Balor actually has a chance. Next, we will have Maxine Dupree versus Natalia or Natty. The match would end in disqualification in a countout. AJ Lee would come out and back up Maxine Dupree. Then Becky Lynch would come back out and attack AJ Lee. Next, we would have Javon Evans and a mystery tag partner versus Rayo and Bravo of the Americanos. It would end up being the original El Grande Americano, and what a show Javon Evans put out for this match. He might have hit the best cutter I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Jumping off the top rope in midair off of that, after catching him in the air off the top rope. How do you even do that? Javon and OG Americano would end up picking up the victory. Let me know what you think of Javon so far. Next, we will have a triple threat in the main event. LA Knight versus Penta versus Austin Theory. Vision were told not to get involved, but they would get involved anyways. Then the Masked Man would come again and deliver a stomp to Austin Theory. Let me know who you think the Masked Man is and what you thought of this match. Let me know what you thought of Raw. I thought it was an okay show. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now let's go to Smackdown. We will open the show with Tiffany Stratton coming out saying how she's going to win the Elimination Chamber. Then we'll get interrupted by Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Then Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Then Tiffany just left and we got right into the women's tag team match. Then a women's tag team match, which I thought was pretty good, will end in a double countout. Let me know what you thought of this match. And do you think this could lead to a potential tag team championship run for Nia Jax and Lash Legend? Next, it looked like we were going to get Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov again. I wasn't complaining because I know that match was going to be good, but we didn't end up getting that, sadly. But we wouldn't end up getting that match because Solo Sikoa would interrupt with MFT. We would get a 10-man tag team match. MFT versus Apollo Crews, Matt Cardona, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ilya Dragunov, and Carmelo Hayes. I think the match was a good match. Carmelo Hayes would end up getting pinned by Tama Tonga. Let me know what you think this means for Carmelo Hayes and Tama Tonga. Next, we'll have a women's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Alexa Bliss versus Julia versus Zelina Vega. Zelina will finally get rid of her theme, and she would just come out to Aleister Black's theme. I thought it was just an okay match. Alexa Bliss will end up winning, and she's going to Elimination Chamber. Let me know what you thought of this match and if you're ready for Elimination Chamber. Next, we will have this super funny backstage segment between R-Truth, Damian Priest, Kit Wilson, and Nick Aldis. Like Damian Priest had just gave up on being a cool guy and he just could not hold back his laughter. Kit Wilson got a match against Obafemi next week. Kit is probably going to get destroyed. Let me know what you thought of this segment. Next, we will have Trick Williams versus Ray Phoenix. Before the match, Trick will get a couple words in, talking about Sammy, Mr. Can't Get It Done. I think this match was absolutely great. Let me know what you thought of this match. What you think of Trick Williams' main roster run so far. Jade Cargill would defend her women's championship for the first time ever against Jordan Grace. She would end up beating her. She would hit a one-arm Jaded. Before the match began, Liv Morgan, Dom, and Raquel would come out and interrupt. Dom would have a date set up for them too. Thought the match was actually pretty good. Let me know who you think, what you thought of this match, and who do you think Liv is choosing. We would have this awesome triple threat match. It was so unpredictable. I didn't know who would win. Drew wanted Sammy to win. He would try to screw over Cody, but it didn't work out, and Cody would still end up picking up the victory. Let me know what you thought of this match. I would give this SmackDown a 9 out of 10. Let me know what you thought of this match. This SmackDown, I thought it was a really good show. Way better than Raw this week. Let me know what you thought. Till next time, like, comment, and subscribe.